Minister, great gathering of the Gurkhas here in Grays. You're impressed by the numbers here?
It's fantastic that here in the shopping centre, on a lovely sunny day, we managed to get so many Gurkhas and others from Her Majesty's Armed Forces to come and talk about what more should Parliament, what more should government, what more should the Labour Party be doing to support members of the armed forces.
You made a pithy comment about behind us is super cuts, and you're concerned about the cuts.
Well, we chose to be, by coincidence that we're in the cafe and behind us is super cuts. My worry is that the government is going really just far too fast in making these deep cuts to our nation's defence. We all know savings have to be made, but these elderly gentlemen are having to pay the price of that. Now they've fought and many of their friends died for our country, and it's a pretty heartless way to treat them, to cut the Gurkha regiments in the way that they've done and cut the welfare of these veterans in the way that the government's doing.
You mentioned veterans, you may not know this, but only a couple of weeks ago a 55-year-old gentleman who fought in the Falklands, who fought in Sir Galahad, passed away, lonely in his flat. So there's still things like the Falklands. When you talk about veterans, it's not just World War II, there's the Falklands and most recent battles as well.
Of course, we no longer have any living surviving veterans of the First World War, with the passing of Harry Patch a couple of years ago, and our Second World War veterans are just getting older. But there are a younger group of veterans, the Falklands veterans, the Iraq veterans, the Afghanistan veterans, and we've got to care for them, those who are older, but those who have come back with life-changing injuries, and that's for all of us, across party divide, the health service, the job centres, the councils, businesses, employers, to try and help these people, because surely it's unfair that if they've gone and fought for our country, we're willing to lay down their life, they shouldn't come back, be sacked by the government, and then join the back of a job centre queue. We've got to help them in a better way, and that's really what part of today's conversation is about.
And finally, going back to World War II, one gentleman here from Bomber Command, do you think attitudes have changed? Andrew McKinley, the former MP, was very keen backer of everybody here. Have attitudes changed?
On Bomber Command, I think attitudes have changed. Look, what those young men were doing all those years ago and dropping all of those bombs on towns and cities around Germany, there's a kind of, it makes us all search our conscience. I mean, we wouldn't be human if it didn't make us search our conscience, but the difficulty is we're judging that by the morality of today compared to the danger or the peril that our country faced back in the Second World War. And the thing is, these young men didn't make the decision. Government of the day made the decision, Winston Churchill. So I think attitudes are changing, and that's a very good thing. Thank you.